Hey, you know what? It's better to overkill the content than to lose and get wrecked like we did earlier. Welcome back guys, Strafe here. So I did beat this stage last night. It got pretty late, so I was not able to record it. We're gonna try it again this time. The team I used was Zach, Pinello, and Sarah. I'm gonna try Lightning this time with Leviathan Summon because they do spam AoE attacks. And as for friend unit, we have a lot of choices here. But I mean, I guess not really because they resist range. Shadow's out, Setzer, not that great. Our Nea is out too, and they also cleanse. I think they cleanse generic buffs or generic debuffs. So we're gonna bring Twins. Twins is actually very strong because they have instant break on the EX ability. So if you guys have a Twins friend, they are #1 choice in this fight for sure. And I'll bring Lightning to kind of show her off. I don't think I did a Lightning run before, so it's gonna be a good practice run for you guys to see. First boss, I think he resists thunder. We can go for delay strategy here, and so just... That is the wrong move. Supposed to use a free ability. That's okay. It's hard to pay attention when we're doing all this other stuff and talking at the same time. But yeah, she gets a free ability after the EX ability, so definitely use it on the skill. Some people use it on the AA, and that's a bad idea, because you're gonna run out of longevity issues if you do that. If it's closer to the end of the fight, then, you know, maybe that's an option if you're in a bind or something like that, but I would definitely not use a free ability on the AA. It's not a strategy that I use. Some people do that on Rosa too, but it's not anything that I've found to be, you know, extremely good tactic or anything like that. Okay, Pinello's EX is ready for the next turn. I'm gonna save it because she's full bravery here. And then Lightning Spark Strike should get her close to the EX, if not charge it. It's tough to tell sometimes because even a small blip means that it's not ready. And then hopefully the audio sounds a little bit better. I'm getting a lot of like interference and statics and stuff like that. Trying to figure out where the source and problem is. So I think I kind of narrowed it down a little bit, but hopefully it sounds a little bit better than the past couple of videos. And the main reason I'm bringing Pinello is because she has a lot of like battery. She has good healing for the team because they spam a lot of group Brave and HP attacks, but also she does the gravity attack on her EX ability, so it helps out shaving because we can't do any damage to those guys once they have the shields up, and they resist both sap and poison, which is super annoying. But the only thing that can drain them is something like Caius or X-Def buffs, but those aren't really common units. And refresh our buffs on Rush Assault here while we have Roomba Stance. He does more damage per hit. And free ability with Lightning going to a skill. Cool thing with Lightning is you can just stay in Commando Stance like this. Just use HP plus until she gets 2 stacks. And then if you want, you can switch to Spark Strike plus. I tend to hold off until it's right before the EX turn, because Commando has more hits and therefore does more damage than Spark Strike. But I believe Spark Strike has a bigger battery, so they might come up about even, but Commando has definitely better shaving capability. That frame buff that they have is lowering all of your team's attack power. But from what I've seen, it's not, you know, super potent. It's not a big deal, really. If you bring the right auras, or Brave Regen or something like that, it's not gonna be a big deal. Okay, Commando again. I'll probably use Spark Strike and prep for her next EX attack. If you jump way too far though, it's not going to be ready. Oh, it was. So the enemy took a turn and it just came up. So again, it's really hard to predict when Lightning can get her EX because she jumps all over the screen and the gauge doesn't charge all the time. So it's incredibly difficult to predict. But that's part of what I find fun about her is, you know, it's a high skill ceiling, and you really have to plan your moves. But we're not going to do any damage to the Zac shield, but that's not a big deal. Just keep your team batteried because they spam HP attacks when they get lower, and then you're just going to die. So here's Zac is a little bit in trouble, but he has less stand, so that's what we're going to use to tank this fight here. As long as you keep the other guy broken so he doesn't take 2 HP attacks in a row, you'll be fine. And again, let's prep the next turn with Spark Strike. So he's gonna take a big hit to the face, but you know, that's what tanking is. And again, last stand is gonna be very key for our fight here. Towards the end, they spam a lot of AoE attacks, but until that point, we are safe as long as you keep them topped off. Okay, I'm gonna conserve abilities here and stay Commando stance for next turn's EX ability, even though it only delays by 2 turns instead of 3, but it's best to conserve abilities if you can, rather than like force stance switching just to get the plus army of 1. You're actually doing the same damage, the only difference is that she only delays less by 1 turn. Okay, so we're gonna break him first, knock him back, get our free action, and then pop the EX and knock him back again. Lunge to the face, that's okay, you got a lot of regen coming up. This is very nice about Spark Strike Plus, where you get a lot of bravery fun. You see that? She jumped up 10k, protected herself. Spark Strike as well, regular, also does bravery fun, but not as much. The Plus version really comes in handy there. Okay, and the whole team got Leviathan. So we're up and running. We don't have enough slots to hold all the buffs on the team, but the important thing is that it's up and running because we need the Brave Regen. They get really tanky towards the end. Go for Rush Assault again. Your damage is falling off drastically, so it looks like they have that rain buff going. Go for another regen here. But now there's so many skills, and you can drag on her longevity by large amount by just doing Brave plus, HP plus all the time. So don't have any fear of her running out. So again, I'm probably gonna stay commando stance, because she ended up using Flourish Plus, so it's best just to stay rather than switching back to Spark Strike. Knockback B behind Zac here. I'm thinking I might summon at this moment. Usually I hate summoning when the enemy has an all attack, because once you get out of summon, your team might be screwed. So let's just hold off a little bit. But the problem with that is that he might gain the shield afterwards, and then we'd have to wait even more. Alright, they're off. So we're gonna go for the summon now. Yeah, fight's not too difficult. If you just bring a tank, someone like Zac, Galuf, Edge would work. They're really not that difficult. Here, let's take out Lightning. She has a lot of abilities left, but she will eat up turns in the summon and not do much. So rather than doing that, let's bring in Twins. Twins is very nice. They impair 4 elements. So it helps out the party. If you bring the right summon, you can just take advantage of that as well. Our damage output is still super low. I'll go for haste. Get that attack on the team. That will help out the Twins. There we go. Hey, we're smooth sailing. I'm primarily using skill 1 on Twins because I get that turn rate. So that's what I like to do with them, and then it helps you use them more faster, get them off the field. Yeah, you know what? I misplayed there. Should have saved the Twins ability, save their EX until after the last turn because you would be able to break them. But now that I can't break B, it's gonna be another rotation of playing the waiting game. You can still do 100% AoE or splash damage, but it's still really, really annoying. We'll just Brave Plus here. Zac might be in trouble if there's an AoE attack. Okay. Yeah, damage falling off a lot. That was not smart because his shield's gonna run out now. But I wanted to get the extra healing in for some reason. They don't have Brave plus HP single target attack, so it's not a big deal. It's okay, let's have Penelo battery up the team. She still has her AA, so she has 1 ability each left. But like I said, her longevity is just insane, she can go on forever. I think we're approaching the end here, so again, not too difficult of a fight. You have some kind of tank unit to help you out. Not gonna be too difficult. Let's go for haste, battery up the team, and then kill off the enemy here. Lightning has her T65s available, but it looks like we don't even need that this fight here. Okay, 75 turns. It's not bad. We have 100 turns. The fight's not too difficult, not too punishing. New high score. And 0 breaks. That's very good. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Here. Oh man, you're dead now. Okay, that sucks for him. That was his chance.